everyone, Sheree here. Today I'm going to be doing a traveller's notebook spread using the Felicity Jane Jeana Kit, and I'm also using a couple of the new Essentials goodies that came out this month as well. So I've got the two little stamp sets here. This is a stamp Essentials number 1 and Essentials number 2. And I've also got the cute new date stamp. Absolutely love this. And I've got some of the mini wide paper clips there as well, so I may use one of those. I have already gone ahead and organised a few things before I came on to show you. My pages are cut to size. I'm using a pattern paper for one of the pages and just plain white paper for the other, and they are cut to size so that they will fit straight into my traveller's notebook when I am done. My journaling has been printed out using my computer, and I printed it out onto some thick heavyweight white paper, and I've also just cut a reinforcer piece to stick on there, and that was from one of the pattern papers, and I've just added some yellow twine from my stash. I have also stamped up a couple of stamps here. This one is from the Essentials number 2 set, and it's this top line here that says "This makes me happy." Now, because it's a long line of stamping, it wouldn't fit inside this little puffy sticker book plate. What I did was masked half the stamp off as I stamped, did the same again. I covered that bit up with some pattern paper and stamped the last half, and then I also added that arrow. Now that arrow is quite long, so again I had to mask it off. I'll just try and show you that close up. There you go. So when I was stamping, I just used a piece of scrap paper and just covered up the bits that I didn't want any stamp to go onto. So for example, that "Me Happy," I just covered that up right to the end there and then stamped that arrow so that it would fit inside the book plate. So all I need to do now is just add a piece of double-sided tape to the back of that, and that will be ready to go. I've also stamped this Home Sweet Home stamp from the Jeana stamp set, but I didn't want that first word because I do have the puffy sticker to use, so I just stamped it out, and I have cut that bottom part of the stamp out to use on the page. These florals I've just fussy cut them from one of the pattern papers in the kit, so I'll be using those as my embellishments, and I've got some other pieces of paper here to use as well. This piece is actually cut off one of the journaling cards that was in the kit. I just thought I needed that extra little bit of striped accent with all the colours on it, so I've just cut that piece from a journaling card. Okay, I think I'm ready to get into this, so I'll show you how I'm going to put this one together. So to start off with, I've got the diagonal striped piece that I'm putting across the bottom of each page. I tried to match them up pretty well. And once that's on, I'm just going to trim the excess off each end with my scissors, and then I can go ahead and start work on the first page. So I've got the large floral piece that I cut from pattern paper. I've got the same pattern paper to go behind the photo that I've used on the background of page 2 there. And I really want to tuck that floral piece in behind the photo, but it was a little bit too tall. So what I'm going to do is just grab my scissors and cut in between the flowers. That way I can have the yellow flower hanging over the front of the photo, and the rest can be tucked in a little bit further down behind the photo there. So that's a much better height. So I'm happy with that now. I've got lots of double-sided tape on the back of each of those pieces, so I can now go ahead and stick it down. And next I've got the home puffy sticker and that little book plate piece that I showed you earlier. The book plate piece I'm just going to put on the bottom right of the photo so that the arrow is sort of pointing towards one of my favourite plants, and that puffy home sticker can go across the bottom of the photo. Then I've got that little Sweet Home stamped piece that's going right underneath that puffy sticker. And next I decided to add a little bit of stamping. So I'm using one of the new little scallop stamps from the Essentials number 2 stamp set. And this is really cute. You could add this to almost any project. So I'm just doing a little test stamp before I go directly onto the page. Because it's a solid sort of stamp, I made sure it was going to stamp nicely before I used it on the page there. So that's done, and next I'm using the cute new date stamp, and I love that you can either do the date or you can have these little hearts in the middle between the month and the year. Absolutely love that. So that's pretty much the first page complete. Next I'm just going to add a little bit of stamping to that journaling tag. So I've got the phrase "for the record," which is from Essentials number 1. And I'm just going to do a test stamp and then add it just above the journaling there at the top of the tag. So I also wanted to add that striped journaling card strip, just so that it's poking out at the bottom of that tag there. So I've stuck it on behind, and now I'm going to grab my sewing machine and just add a little bit of stitching. Alright, so that's now done. I've stitched across the bottom of the page and across that Sweet Home stamped piece, across the bottom of the tag and the bottom of that page as well. So next I'm just going to secure that twine at the very top of the page just with 2 little staples there, and then I can trim off that excess twine. So I'm almost finished with this second page now. I've kept it fairly simple, but I didn't think it needed too much else on here. So I've just got another little floral piece, and I've got a green puffy heart sticker as well. So I hope you've enjoyed seeing how this spread has come together today. I absolutely love this kit and the new little goodies that we've got at Felicity Jane. I'll leave a link down below to the website. You can check it out for yourself. Let me know if you've got any questions, and I look forward to bringing you another project very soon. Thanks so much for joining me today. Bye for now.